Hello, I'm Dr. Melissa Machnee. Namaste. And I'm going to talk about meditation and try to help you understand what meditation is, as well as how to get a good meditation practice today. So meditation is a form of yoga, essentially. Yoga is all about connecting the mind with the body. And we often have what they call a monkey mind. So our mind is often going from here to there, and it can cause distress if you think of the mind and body connected. It can cause, when there's distress in the mind, the body directly follows. So it's really important to be mindful that of how we're feeling, what we're thinking, what we're processing, what we're eating, everything, all these senses, what we're listening to, can all attribute to our health. So our state of mental health is really important, and it takes a lot of practice and also awareness to really come into the present and to try to control that monkey mind. So what I've discovered in my practices throughout the years in that it's very hard to start just meditating. You just sit there and you're very uncomfortable. And you feel uncomfortable in the body and the mind. When I looked at it in a practical way, think about what are called koshas, and these are energy bodies. Some people think of them as like the auras of the body. We have our physical body, the Annamaya kosha. We have a Pranamaya kosha just beyond your physical body, and this is like an energy body. And the pranayama practice of breath work is what works within this region of our body. So we do asana, we do yoga, physical postures to correct and try to loosen up that physical body. We do pranayama breath work to work on that pranamaya kosha. Then we have our manamaya kosha, just beyond that pranamaya kosha, which is where the mind lives. So the mind is very much affected by the body and the breath. So we need to correct these two before we get that mind in control. Then we come to our wisdom body, Vijnamaya, and that is where we get a wisdom. And then we have our Anandamaya kosha, which is our bliss sheath. So this is where yogis, when they attain this or master this practice, they feel very blissful. And if you think of the Dalai Lama, I always tell people he will, in interviews, he'll often be laughing at some point. He has expanded his energy and loosened that up, and it's his way of basically breaking up that energy around him as well. He's a very healing soul to others with his energy. So we're not going to try to get as far as our bliss kosha today, but we're going to try to work on how to attain a more peaceful state of mind. So the main thing I want you to start with is just clear your space. Create a nice comfortable space where you feel safe and clean. Having a clean space, reserving that time and space is very important as well. And also making sure that you're comfortable. And it's really important. You can see I'm sitting comfortable on my couch. I have also a pillow behind me. I can use this if I like. But really, if you sit like a cross-legged position like this, it's not easy for everybody. A lot of people, if they sit like this, they're generally hunched like this. You can see my knees are above my hips. It's not going to be comfortable. So I want you to just, relax, raise the hips, and get your buns up above the knees, so I can be sitting on a few pillows if I need to, or my knees come down. And what this is going to do, it's going to allow my spine to become straighter. The energy is going to flow easier Energy flows from our roots all the way to the crown. It has a long way to go to get there, so let's make it easy on the spine and try to get that spine straight. And the next thing I'm going to recommend is, if it's uncomfortable to sit cross-legged, just sit comfortably in a chair, anywhere. Just clear your mind. Music is very helpful for this as well. There's a lot of free music out there for meditation, so please feel free to explore that, and nature sounds, being in nature, is very helpful as well. You can see I've lit a candle. What a candle represents for me is purification. It represents my reserved time for this mental space to reach into the physical, to the spiritual. So I'm going to go ahead, now that I'm nice and comfortable, I'm going to place my hands on my knees, and I'm going to straighten my arms. Why am I straightening my arms? Because I'm going to do a little pranayama. And by straightening my arms, my spine just became straighter, and I can access that energy within my chest more. I love to do what's called a Kapal Bhati, a cleansing shot karmic breath. Before my yoga classes, before meditation, this just drops me in perfectly and right away. And what this does is it cleanses and purifies the energy channels, our two main nadis, through the nostrils. So I'm going to breathe with my mouth closed, forcefully exhale without any effort, inhale. And I'm going to really use my belly here. So I'm using belly breaths. And I'm going to begin, and for about 20 repetitions, I'm going to pause for a few breaths. And then I'm going to come into another round of 50. And then I'm going to pause, and I'm going to take it there. See how I feel. So I'm preparing myself, my body, my mind. And right now I've already dropped into meditation. I feel very light and easy. I don't feel like I want to move or talk. There's stillness and peace, so much that my breath is actually stopped. Now this is very scary at first if you experience this, but then you start to realize the energy is very balanced and pure, and I have all the breath that I need at this time. I don't expect you to get to this point, but I just want to explain it because these are things that you can experience on your path. I want you to feel free to continue this practice of the breath with 50 repetitions. If you feel the need. your mind is still wandering at this point, I want you to come to a mantra, a very powerful, simple mantra. Soham. You can use the breath with this. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. And if you're still, monkey mind is still giving you a hard time, I'm going to visualize mentally with my eyes closed the energy coming in through the root, up through the spine, so, and exhale, hum between the eyebrows, hum, recycling the breath, so, hum, and just continue this breath, this mantra, this awareness, and all of a sudden you may notice that your monkey mind is become still. And it's okay to just tell yourself that it's okay to be still and do nothing physically, mentally, emotionally. We're finding the present with the breath, with this mantra, and being still and easy. Maybe becoming aware of the different sounds around us, allowing these sounds to come in, but also allowing them to release, and kind of becoming a witness. Gently, slowly bring awareness to the breath. Bring awareness back to the physical body. And then slowly, gently open the eyes. And you can rate your success, how you feel at this point, as to when you began. And I'd like you to think of this as a muscle. Meditation requires practice. And the more that you do it, the easier that your body will know and remember what to do. So I hope that this practice has helped you to understand how to come in, how to be still, and how to come out for meditation, to create more peace in your life, to create more calm and balance. I wish you well, health and wellness. Namaste.